I'm like, damn, you so fine, girl, what is your sign? She say I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a Capricorn, the beginning and end. I got a friend for your friend, hey, I'm making all of this money to spend. Deal stores buying.
Hey, I don't bite.
Alright, so today's background is a little bit different than normal because I'm not in my room, but I just want to do something different, capture some of this natural sunlight. I'm going to make sure that I like stay more to this side because as y'all can see, the sun just really gets your girl, so let me just stay right here. But yeah, so as y'all know, I'm going to do that nice little face beat. It's kind of similar to my pregnancy makeup routine, which I'm going to link up above. When I was pregnant, I was just trying to find any way to get my makeup done super quick, fast, and easy because y'all, I was over it. I was super over it. If you were keeping up with my pregnancy vlogs, y'all knew I was over it. Yeah. So right now, we're going to start off with our Fenty Beauty Fat Water. And now we're about to use our Fenty Skin Moisturizer. I love using this Fenty Skin line on my face, guys. When I tell you, it is like the perfect foundation. Ooh, almost combed out my baby hair. It's literally the perfect foundation for makeup. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like the fat water, especially with the SPF moisturizer, they really bind together so nicely, and then my makeup just sticks to it. Like, I don't know, it's like really good. I highly recommend people use this whenever they want to put makeup on. Next, we're gonna go in with the Tatcha the Kissu lip mask. This is a sleeping mask, but I use it when I'm doing my makeup. I feel like it's really heavy on my lips, and whenever I do my makeup for some reason, my lips get so freaking dry. So now that we have finished moisturizing, I'm going to use my Milk Hydro Grip Primer Base Adhesive. Y'all know I always use this stuff, and I've been telling y'all for a minute now, as y'all can see, it's damn near finished, that this stuff is the stuff. Like, you have to really get your hands on this stuff. I just do like a little drop, and then I put it in like my T-zone area because I started realizing I don't really need it all over my face, just in the areas that get sweaty and nasty. So I put it in my T-zone area, which is like under my eyes and cheeks where all those pores are, on my nose, my top lip, and then right here in the middle of my forehead. And I realized when I don't use it on my entire face, I kind of save product. I don't have to go out there and buy it as quickly. For any of you who are like trying to save money and stuff. Now the next step after that is to color correct. I use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Orange Corrector. This stuff is my holy grail. I put it everywhere that I have like dark marks. My imaginary mustache, I don't think I have one, but I definitely know I have like a dark ring under my lip for some reason. And even though this is like a fast routine, I just want to ensure that it don't look like a fast routine. I want to make sure that my makeup still looks seamless, it still looks nice, and that underneath it all, I don't look all baggy and like I have mad scars on my face. Like so. Next, it's time to do these eyebrows. So I use this brush from Mikasa, which is a double-headed brush. It has a spoolie on one side as well as an angled thin brush on the other side. And then I'm gonna go on my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in the color Chocolate. If you guys need like a thorough breakthrough of how I do my eyebrows, I'm gonna link my eyebrow video up above as well as down below. But anyway, let's move on. So next, I'm gonna grab my two favorite foundations in the entire world. It is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Actually, I'm lying. My favorite is the Sheer Glow, but that's neither here or there. I use the colors Tahoe and Cadiz. So what I do is, it's not really a method to the madness. I just do 2 pumps of one color on both sides, and I just do 1 pump of the other. They're not the same, well, clearly because I have 2 different names. They're not the same colors, so I feel like I'm in between shades due to the summertime. And yes, I just pump it to give me like that even skin tone that I need. And then I go in with my damp beauty blender, and I make sure that I use the bottom of it. Guys, when I tell y'all that using a beauty blender has saved me so much time when it comes to doing makeup, I really think that this is what saves me. Because before, as y'all know, because y'all watch all my makeup videos, I was using my makeup brush. I just feel like, I don't know why the beauty blender is able to get my makeup done in like half the amount of time as it would if I was using makeup brushes. I do not know what the science is behind it. And one thing I admire about the beauty blender is that it leaves such a flawless finish. Like, look at this already, and it's not even fully blended in. Make sure when y'all doing your makeup, Again, under your lips, you don't have like a ring of flesh and you're doing your jawline. You can bring it down to your neck, but because it's like really close to my skin color, I like kind of keep it around the jaw area. Only because I don't feel like having makeup all over my collar and stuff like that, depending on how high of a collar I'm wearing that day. And in my other makeup videos, I've mentioned to you guys that I don't really care to put makeup on my forehead, so just whatever's left on the beauty blender, I go and dab it onto my forehead just to make sure that, you know, it's still even with the rest of my face. There have been times when I didn't do my forehead, but then when you take pictures, like your forehead looks real natural, and the rest of your face looks like perfectly natural, if you know what I'm saying. So I just use the excess that is at the bottom of my beauty blender and just put it there, put it in between my eyebrows, and call it a day. This looks really good. And don't mind if your face, you can still see the color corrector on your face, because guess what? We're about to go in with our Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Concealer. I use the color 370, which is my concealer shade. I do use a concealer and I use like a highlighting color. So 370 is like more close to my foundations and stuff like that. So this I just use to like conceal my bag, as well as like hide whatever orange I didn't get to cover when I blended out my foundation. I put this basically like in my T-zone area besides like my forehead. I'll even put it down my nose. I just want to make sure I have like a real skin finish color. Then I take my beauty blender, the teardrop part of it, and I blend out. I start with my chin, go to my lip, and then my nose, just to ensure that my eyes are getting set the way I want to. The thicker that the concealer is, the more coverage it gives you. And a little tip and trick that I had given you guys before is that when you're doing your makeup, like blending in underneath your eye, make sure you're bouncing from eye to eye. I know that I ain't the only one that realized, you know, when you fully blend out one eye and then you go to the other eye, one eye looks more concealed than the other. And that's why, because you're carrying all the makeup from one eye to the next. So just make sure that you're bouncing, you're giving them both equal love, and they can both share the concealer from each other. Oh, look at that. This is just so flawless already. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to set my makeup, because I feel like it just takes away from that natural radiance that the makeup gives you. We all know if you don't set your makeup, you're gonna be looking real wet and real creasy real quick. I don't often add the color 340 whenever I'm doing like a natural look, but for just the sake of today's look, just to give it like a little bit of more like refresher under the eye, I'm gonna go in with the color 340, just like a little dap right here and a little dap right here. Gianna has not been letting me sleep much these days. I'm lying, it'd be me, I just want to stay up, but we gonna blame the baby. So I just put like a little dap on my nose just so that I can make like a nice little contour, and I do go underneath my eyes. I don't really let that sit for too long. However, I do still go by that rule where I go from eye to eye. I just want to look like I slept a little bit. So see, it brightens it up a bit, but it's still very natural because I didn't use a shit ton of concealer. And whatever excess of that lighter concealer I have, I just put it on my chin as well as the top of my lip, just so that this whole inside area of my face can match. Oh, now the sun went down, y'all could really see how natural this looks. So now I'm gonna go in with my Airspun loose powder. I do have it in the color Naturally Neutral. Put some of that inside of the cap of it. Not really a lot. And I'm just gonna dap it a little bit, how much I picked up. Blow it, and I'm going to dap the powder underneath my eyes. Again, sharing it. I do notice that sometimes I could be a little heavy on the powder and it will just sit under one eye more than it does on the other. And just blend that out. And this is literally just to set it. Again, this is a natural look, so I'm not trying to have like a cake face. If you need a little bit more, because you might get a little bit sweaty or whatever, or creasing. Creasing is inevitable, however you can help it some by just adding a little bit more powder and making sure that underneath your eye concealer is blended out before you even put on the powder. I should have mentioned that. I make sure I go in between my nose right here. Let's get sweaty there for me. My chin, and then whatever excess I have of the powder on my beauty blender, I go up on my nose and as well as my forehead. I do notice that sometimes when I put too much powder on my forehead, it gets cakey. Something about the forehead. I don't know if it's because the skin is thinner than the rest of your face, but yeah. And the reason why I went with that powder is because, again, it's a neutral color. It's not like a banana powder. It's not white. It's neutral. So this is all the powder I'm going to use for today. So if I'm feeling froggy, I'll put on my Sacha Buttercup because it has like a yellow tint, or I'll try like my Fenty Beauty banana powder. But I'm just not feeling like her today, you know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling real in the house chilling kind of thing. So next I'm gonna grab my eyeshadow brush as well as my Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker in the color Coco Naughty. This is where I'm gonna begin to contour. Again, I want my contour to look extremely flawless, extremely subtle, nothing too crazy. This is the darkest of the Sun Stalkers, and it's the darkest one that I have. I use 2 bronzers, as you will see. So I just make sure to add this like in the corner of my eye, right underneath my eyebrow. I don't know if you can see the difference already. Just kind of adds like an in-depth kind of thing to my face. And then I go underneath my brow bone to really give it some definition. I may have actually used a little too much, but it's alright. Then I'll just put some on the side of my nose bridge where my eye is. So this is what it's looking like so far. So now I'm gonna go into my Fenty Beauty Beige Gal Sun Bronzer Powder. It is lighter than the other one, and I like to finish off my contour with this one because it's not as deep in color as Coco Naughty is. And then I'll just follow down the side of my nose just a little bit, give myself a little nose contour. I like to go in the nostril of my nose as well, just to make the nostrils appear a little bit more smaller. Like going in my nose, alright guys? Just, you know, a little brisk one too, feel me? Also gonna go under my lip and the top of my cupid's bow. Again, the objective is to make sure that everything inside your face matches. Now I'm gonna go in with my brush from Morphe, and I'm gonna use the same bronzer to contour. One thing I learned is to just make sure that your makeup is on the high points of your face to ensure that your face is like it's lifted and doesn't look so like muddy and dragged. So this has been saving my life when it comes to doing like a fast makeup routine, and I don't want to go back with like the banana powder to ensure that my contour is like really, you know. So like I literally go at the top of my face up here and I bronze it up. It's all about going upward. And while I'm here, I'll just do my forehead. I have a very large area on my forehead, so I just pretty much just dap it like on the point of my forehead. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Then I go on my jawbone like so. I'm not sure if you can tell, but like everything here matches. It's kind of that 3 thing that everybody says to do. I don't do that 3 thing because I don't feel like it works when you really go like this. However, as y'all seen, I just go on my forehead, I go at the tippy top of my cheekbone, then I drag some at the bottom of my jawline. Now I feel like this lighting is like perfect right now. So now we're gonna jump into blush. I feel like I'm always like, oh, I don't use blush. I'm not a blush girl. I've been using blush for like a year now, and it's my thing. So I'm gonna grab this Morphe brush that looks like this, and I'm just gonna grab this like orangey color. I feel like it really like just makes a difference when you put on blush. So now you're gonna put this blush on top of where you put your contour. Being that it's a smaller brush, it's gonna be more precise, even though it's on the same spectrum or line, whatever. Again, it's a natural look, so I don't want too much blush on my brush. And I'm gonna put that on top of my cheek. I like to place it in the middle of my cheek first and then like go back and come in the front, because I don't like when there's just too much blush on your cheeks and you look like a clown. So that's just my little trick of doing it. And again, I want the middle of my face to match, so whatever excess blush I have, I do also like to blow on the brush. I just put it like on my nose just to make sure that it kind of matches. It sounds kind of crazy, but I've seen it in the, I think that was the Doja Cat Vogue video. She puts blush on her nose, and I was like, oh, it's kind of cute. Totally optional, you don't have to do it, but I thought it was cute. So this is what it's looking like so far. And now for our like third to last step, I'm gonna grab this Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the color That Glow. Y'all, this thing is like so old, but it is a holy grail. And I'm going to grab this Morphe brush. I believe it's like an eyeshadow brush, but I'm gonna use it for my glow. And I'm gonna grab this color that says Drippin' in Gold, which is like this one right here. And I'm also gonna put that at the top, just to have like a little some, you know. I usually go in with the bronze color because I feel like it's more so of my skin tone, but we're just gonna add this color today. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like, it's glowing, but it's very, very, very subtle. And I also put that on my nose and in the middle of my bridge. Top of my lip gets the excess, as well as my chin and my forehead, if you may. Not always, but just if you may. Just so your face can have that nice little glowing look. And honestly, y'all, we just about done. I'm about to just do my lips real quick. So to ensure a nice natural look, I love to use a brown lip liner. This one is actually an eye pencil from NYX, and the color is brown. I tried to make sure that the line is not too big because again, this is a natural look. I just wanted to look as seamless as possible. Then I use like a nude color on my lips, which today is going to be the Buttergloss by NYX in the color Creme Brulee. Y'all, look what Chase did. When I got Chase last year, he used to bite up everything. He actually successfully destroyed one of them that I could not use. I got 3 in a pack. And then he got a hold of this one and I was like, honestly, this part is not chewed up. We gonna keep using this, all right? It's been a year and we still going strong. So I put that on the lips. And lastly, we gonna get some mascara popping. Haven't been feeling eyelashes lately because I just feel like it's just so extra. And then with having a baby, it's just extra added time to doing your makeup that I don't have anymore. So I just really try to chunk up my lashes with mascara. I usually use 2, but today I'm just gonna use 1. If you're gonna do your bottom eyelashes, make sure that you spray your face first with finishing spray so you don't mess up your beautiful canvas. However, today I'm not gonna use spray because I've just been really liking how the finishing look of my face comes out without the spray. And I feel like, you know, once I like kind of perspire a little bit just from, you know, just the day, face is a little sweaty, that it'll like naturally set in itself. And this is the finishing product. I feel like the lighting is just like so perfect right now for the ending of this video. But if you guys enjoyed this look, the tips and tricks for a natural makeup, no makeup look, please make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you drop a comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.